There's a version of me that would have tried to run, mapped exits, weighed odds, waited for a window. I'd like to say that version was smarter, but I'd seen how the compound was arranged. The gate at the front, one path in and out. The tattoo man who was not a guard. Running wasn't an option. Calm was the only currency I had left. I told myself whatever they asked, I'd answer calmly. Not because I wasn't afraid, because the moment they thought I was afraid was the moment I became a problem instead of a guest. He came for me at 4, no knock, just the door, and a look that said, "It's time." We walked through the garden. He stayed half a step behind me, close enough to matter, not close enough to alarm. The compound was still. Whatever else was here, it knew to stay quiet. The structure at the end was a meeting room, or something that had been converted into one. I pushed the door open myself. There was a man sitting at the table. Western, mid-50s, pale linen shirt, sleeves rolled to the elbow. He looked like someone who'd retired somewhere quiet. He looked like he hadn't been surprised by anything in years. He gestured to the seat across from him. I sat down. Neither of us spoke for a moment. He was measuring me. I let him. There was nothing to hide in my body language that hadn't already been given away. Then he said, "You found David's passport." It wasn't a question. I said yes. He nodded once. He said, "And the note in the back?" I said yes. He said, "Then you know he's alive." I'd read the note a dozen times. 6 words, all in capitals. "He is alive. Stop looking." I'd assumed it was left by someone else. A warning to whoever found it. I asked him who left the note. He said, "David did." He told me what David Marsh was, not a traveler, a financial investigator, private sector. He'd been building a case against a network of people moving money through shell companies across 6 countries. He'd spent 18 months on it, and when he was 3 weeks from completion, he'd been found. Not found by me. Found by the people he was investigating. He had 2 days, maybe 3, so he came here. I said, "This place." He said yes. I said, "You help people disappear." He didn't confirm it. He didn't need to. He said, "David Marsh doesn't exist anymore. Hasn't for 3 months. He chose it. He's safe." Then he asked me who sent me. I told him no one sent me. I told him I was a traveler who made a wrong turn. He looked at me for a long time. Then he said, "That may even be true." He asked what I intended to do with what I now knew. I said I didn't know yet. He said that was honest at least. He told me I had 2 options. I could leave in the morning. A driver would take me to the mainland. My things would be waiting, and what I knew would stay here because there was nothing to go back to. No names, no location, no proof, or I could stay. I asked what staying meant. He said, "It means the same thing it meant for David." I thought about Manchester, my flat, the route I walked every morning, the coffee shop that always got my order wrong and I never corrected them. I thought about what was waiting for me if I walked out of here knowing what I knew. I said I'd leave. He nodded like he'd expected it. Maya was standing on the veranda watching me exit. She didn't say anything. I didn't either. Some things get communicated without words once you've been through enough. I didn't sleep that night, not because I was afraid, because I was turning it over and over. David Marsh, the passport, the note, the choice he made, the life he decided was worth less than staying alive. The driver came at 6. The same kind of car, the same quiet. This time I didn't ask where we were going. I knew. A week later I was back in Manchester. I told myself it was over, that I'd walked into something, walked back out, and that was the end of it. I almost believed it. Then a message came through. Unknown number. No introduction. It was Maya. She said someone had been following me, that the network David Marsh had been investigating, the people who'd been moving money through 6 countries. They'd found David. And now they knew about me. I wasn't just a traveler who'd made a wrong turn anymore. I was a loose end. That's where Series 1 ends. Gate 404 continues. A new traveler, a new destination, a new story that goes somewhere darker. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Leave a comment if you want to see what happens to Jake and Maya.